forgot my book. Hmm. It's not gonna work for me. It's not. It would come up that easy though. There is no way. Oh, I should have on there. Hello. How are you? Oh my God, my eyelash. That is annoying as hell. Hello. Rising, how are you? Why did it go off? There it goes. How is everybody out there? How is everybody going on? What y'all got going on? How are y'all doing? Y'all ain't gotta tell me nothing for real. Don't tell your business to nobody. PNG, Moloch, you know, Moloch, Cooper, Watch Rabbit, Bohemian Grove. I went over Bohemian Grove, I want to say, what year was that? I want to say 2022. I talked about Bohemian Grove. Um, let me do this right here. You guys can go look at Bohemian Grove and do your own research. Is the stuff that they actually take to court and fight over the rights to do. As to pertaining sex rituals, etc. God, I could just imagine. Ugh. So, hello. How are you doing? Where you at? How you doing? How you doing? Not literally where you at, just how are you doing? The movie Home. Remember the movie Home when at the throughout the movie actually they were trying to figure out the passcode to Boobs. I forgot his name. to the dude that sent out the invite to the other alien species that they didn't want to find them, and they were like suctioning their brain, and they were like, y'all remember that part of the movie? Well, you can think of fear mongering and siphoning energy as that in order to siphon energy and do whatnot. It just turned off. I don't think it's gonna work. Yay. Anyways. But yes, the movie Home. Thank you guys for liking, share, subscribing. Yo, what's going on? How you doing? This is a natural channel message type channel as so below. What else do you need to know? Hi. When they all got moved, yeah. And they had to figure out the passcode. Well, the move that sent out the invite to the other alien species from which they were hiding from, he had to be the one to actually go in and KD is my name. He had to actually go in and put in his code. He eventually remembered the code in order to not send the invite, but it was too late. They were already on their way. They had already locked in the location. It's a lot like making everything cry and then, help comes. So shit happens, right? Shit happens. And people are fucking around and finding out right now in real time. Unfortunate events that are going on, flooding, fires. Italy, where is that going on at? Hold on. I gotta bust out my other phone. Oh, Jesus. I am being extra. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Hello. With the fire we make, it's getting hotter and hotter. Like a moth to flame. I can't stay away. Oh, 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 the fire we make. Damn, it would not be on this damn. So, no, not in Africa. Are you in the United States? Are you from the cross seas somewhere else? From America? Where you? What region are you? Where you at? Are you past the Atlantic Wall? Jeez. That's what's up. 3 days ago, South Jersey flooded again. Another place. In Milwaukee. Milwaukee flooded too. Damn. Up north. Up north. Oh, in Texas. Awesome. Awesome. Shout out to you. Shout out to Texas. Hey. Nope, I'm not chewing them tonight. I'm chewing these nuts. Where are you from? I'm from United States. So Japan. What in the fuck? Oh, that was 8 years ago. Um, I think the flooding is happening as well in India. And America is getting flooded too. I'm from the United States. I'm from California. You sub, thank you. Thank you for laughing my ass off. I know. Ain't no telling what y'all will hear from me for real. Sometimes. Damn. Oh yeah, they did just have that flood 2 weeks ago, and they just had another one. Um, 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 hour ago. There it is. I live in Wisconsin. I've never been to Wisconsin. I've been to damn near all over California. I don't think I've ever gone above California. I've never been to like Washington. I had a dream about moving to Seattle years ago. State your claim. Because I feel like when people say that, that's like a setup. Like, just say it. um, I've been to Texas. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Louisiana. I've been to New Mexico. I've been to Mexico. I wanted to visit like what's that part of Arizona? Sedona, Arizona. I wanted to visit there. I thought about moving there, but then I was like, maybe that's not a good idea. Shit. Uh, this is not a religious channel. This is a spiritual channel. Religious people are, they can be here. Just be respectful. Common decency, common courtesy. Common sense ain't common no more, but it's forewarning. I live. He's been all over. Will travel. Uh, Somewhat. I don't feel like I've been well traveled enough. You can go ahead and say what you want to say. Write down what you want to write. I'm looking. I'm paying attention. I've never been to New York, and I'm kind of glad that I've never been to New York simply because It's more hood than the fucking hood that I came from. So I know I would shit. You know, it's like I don't know. You know, it got good and bad parts like any other place, but yeah, just like a boss, huh? What's up, tribes? Tribe vibes. Oh wait, I missed somebody's comment. You from the Bear Nation? You from California? Make sure you're doing a militant farmer. I had some land, and then middle species have a tendency of not being emotionally tapped in, so that went awry, to say the least. And currently still stalking me on social media, which is very fucking annoying to every platform that I go to. Can I give you a shout out? That's what you wanted to say? I'm glad you said it. Shout out to Samantha. Shout out to Samantha. Thank you for showing up to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm originally from New York. Are you really? That's what's up. Hi. What's up, David? How many times do you have to say hi? Uh, that's funny. Yeah, my balls are pretty low. Um, Rusty, hey, what's up, G, J, G? Hello, Rice, Rice. Hello. Oh, you're trying to send me a super sticker? I think I have to get to like 500 subscribers. So if we can get to 500 subscribers, we'll be good then. Somewhere around about then. I still haven't figured that out. We're all we're here. Oh my God, my eyelashes are giving me hell. The glue I put on my eyelashes is horrible. Yeah, 500 subscribers, I think I can get a super sticker then. I like the stream. Thank you for liking the stream. If I had the money, I would give a lot. Thanks for the thoughts. I appreciate that. How many subscribers do you have so far? I believe I have 407. Well, tonight somebody said they subscribed, so that'd be 408. So a little less than 100 to make. As far as making 500 subscribers. Oh Jesus, my eyeball. Then I really have to hide. Like, oh my God, she got money. People are so fucking just cheese morsel and cheese mosa. 14 is a lot. 14. Is it 14 now? About to be 409, 14. Yeah, real quick, like for real. Oh my God. But this flood that happened, damn, they over there catching hell. You checked it? Okay, that's what's up. Philippines stay alive. Landmarks clash over flood. Oh damn, they got flooding too. Fuck, that's a lot. Damn. Well, massive dust storms ripped through Burning Man Festival in Nevada. Why? Why? Don't they have like Burning Man Festival in like, oh yeah, Nevada? Well, people are like fucking crazy. They don't believe in shit that's going on right now. They still just, oh, let's go out. We want to go and party. We want to go and party. Yeah, Chick, you have a cute nose. Thank you. Appreciate that. A lot of floods. Yeah, guess what? These nuts. What? Say what you want to say. Fast moving approaching Earth. These motherfuckers is lying and full of shit. What the hell is this? What? I'm so confused. A hurricane? Looting. Lord Jesus, I have been sleeping. I have literally been sleeping. I've literally, what the hell is going on? Oh, camera. That was 5 years ago. What the fuck? Oh, what? 12 days ago. Wait, 12 days ago? There was another meteor that crashed into a house? Or is that the same one that happened about a month ago? I said, what? Are you going to put what you want to say? Samantha? Shout out to you, Samantha. I'm just joking with you for real. But just go ahead and say what you're going to say, honey. Video shows ice breaking away. That was 4 years ago. 2 days ago, Hurricane Aaron rolls into rivers in New York City. New York City? Damn. Where's the hurricane for it? Some island. 3 days ago. Shit. Waves of hurricane. That's insane. I felt the energy though. And that black moon that came up with the sun is probably what caused a lot of that too. You know, they say the moon controls the ocean. of course, with the other anomalies and the space wars going on right now, is absolutely crazy. I've been hearing it up there. I was seeing it. I was looking at that lightning. That lightning is different. It's not. It's not going down. It's going like it's stretching across the sky. They say the moon is hollow. They do say the moon is hollow, but the moon holds energy. You can definitely use the moon for manifestation and releasing energy too. So I just kind of wonder what the hell is going on. For real. What the fuck? 13 days ago. Torn down by raging flood, skyscraper falls. Oh my god. What the? Where? Oh, it was in China. Jesus. The whole thing rocks. Like, that's why I don't want to be, I swear to God. If it's one story, I'm good. You feel me? One story, I'm good. Skyscraper, I'm no. Hell no. I don't want to be in. I done seen too many movies. I know you couldn't get me to live in one. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. You couldn't get me to live in one at all, whatsoever. So we're gonna get into what? Wait, okay. They say the moon's hollow, and your thoughts on aliens? They're here. I'm an alien. Shit. I'm just a different type of alien. We're all different species. I'm what you call an earth angel. Last night, watch later. Watch later. Yeah. But there's definitely the rogue, uh, very mean, heartless aliens that are here. And then there's entities that don't have bodies, um, that jump in bodies on people of a certain vibration and frequency. If they're on a low vibrational frequency, then they can be used. They can they can be manipulated for sure. I just use my powers, my gifts for good. Good practice and stuff like that. You're back. Awesome. So spirits are aliens. Yeah, that's ultimately there's angels and there's demons. There's good and there's bad in every species that exist, all the way down to like very microscopic things that inhabit the body and the air. This is why it's important to eat the right things and to detox and cleanse. So, excuse me, you're not healed at a lower vibrational frequency. God help me. All you knew this was gonna be a fight. So there are different shapes, different sizes, and the ones that embody people. Like for instance, the reptilians. I've seen grays. Grays typically don't have a form. They don't have a body. So when they can take on a body, which I think that's a part of why they're trapped here. Um, the ones who did take a form and not in their spiritual body, they got stuck here and they have to go through life lessons like everybody else. Which that's why it's a part of a whole cycle of a trap for every soul here. If you don't go through your generational curses, um, and heal your inner child and stuff like that, and build your generational lineage the right way, it won't be good for you or your family, your lineages, your children, children, so on. And at this point, it just some people are just going to go extinct. Green goo, gooey. Yeah. I don't know who might have green goo. I don't know. I've never experienced that type at all. Closest thing I've came to fighting as an alien is one that was in a body, and it typically tends to be the male species. And or female species as well that are low vibrational. Okay, I can learn from you. I just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you so much. Yeah. I've seen some in spaceships in a triangle. You look back at some of my other videos, I've explained this. And this came out in my readings, I want to say 2023. 2023 to 2022. And I've talked about it all throughout the years. What I witnessed with my own eyes. Crazy shit. I was like, well, am I supposed to be scared? I didn't know how to feel. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you just another ship. You're a vessel of travel. You're just in the air. So I don't know, are you a threat or what? And it had red and blue lights, so I can only imagine that they were, like the fucking police. Just their form. Which would make sense because ultimately Egyptians already put helicopters and ships and submarines on the walls of the pyramids and tablets and stuff like that. Research the Emerald Tablets, research the Book of Enoch, research all the hidden books of the Bible. They will help you to understand a lot of what's going on. That is the fucking long way. But the short way is just understand what I'm explaining to you. But then, I could be wrong at some points or, different people have different experiences, right? So it's always good to do your own research all the time. A few years ago, I lived like, I felt like an alien was following me. I was, I, wa- I wasn't uh, fearful, so maybe they was a good alien IDK. I mean, sometimes you can't really tell. Like me, that doesn't necessarily mean they weren't bad. Sometimes I can tell, sometimes I can't. And ultimately, sometimes they can, it's crazy. Sometimes they can turn into your, people that are closest around you. Like we see in movies, the depictions are real. You know, they get used. So it happens. Just, and that's the important thing about cleansing and being in tune with yourself and grounding and stuff like that. So you can have a clear reception of the vibrational energy. And then some are really good at cloaking. And that's the thing, cloaking their energy so you can't read it. So that's a thing too. What's up? I'm back. What's up, Samantha? But yeah, being in alignment will help you discern um, the vibrational, what their intentions are for you. Honestly, I was in a very high emotional. It had to do with my children at that time, so I was I was on some what the fuck you want type shit. Like what you wanna do type shit. Like come about this shit, what you wanna do. Fuck, where's my babies at? That's where my mind was. So. Yeah, it was a lot going on to say the least. Um Shadow release. This new moon is all black moon. It is the third moon. They were saying something like that as far as releasing old shit, no paradigms out of your life. I love it. It's the high that I lived for. uh, yeah, spiritual cleanse. You can use salt. You can use cinnamon. You can use all kind of different stuff in your baths, in your body washes, your gels. Setting your intentions and charging them by the moon cycle and the sun cycles. You can definitely do that. I do a lot of that. Cleansing the home, setting perimeters in the windows, in the doorway, blocking other, energies from coming into your door. Is a thing. Bells, they don't like bells. I need to get a bell. I need to really get a bell. I need to remember that. Um, so I can put one on my door. Bells cleanse the energy, so that's why bells are important. That's why they got rid of a lot of the church bells and stuff like that. But yes, this new moon energy focus on eclipsing shit out of your life. Old paradigms, old things that no longer resonate with your life, what you don't want to have in your new life. So glad I waited. Woo! I've been doing work, but yeah, too much TMI, TMI, TMI. But perfect timing, perfect timing. I've been definitely feeling this energy, and apparently a lot of other people have, probably in the physical as well. Okay, you're really a boy? Okay. Yeah, I teach about all this stuff on my channel. I'm talking about a lot of stuff on this channel as far as cleansing and protecting and things you can set up in your home. Water is very cleansing. You know, you can use water to cleanse your home. You can put it like in different rooms and then throw it out in the, you know, when you wake up the next day. Don't let it touch your skin. Let it go straight down the toilet. You know, because whatever energy it picked up, you don't want it to get on you. So there's so many different things you can do. There are special gems you can buy and bury into the ground to set up a protective perimeter. So I talk about all of that. What sages to use, what sages not to use. Um, you know, I'll talk about a lot of that. So, um, but yes, releasing. I was wondering what the hell that dream was about. That threw me off a little bit. These dreams have been crazy. In my meditation list, there is a, I think it's the very last one. It's a black screen. You don't hear anything in that meditation. Let me tell you, the solfeggio frequencies on that joker, if you're having dream trouble, it'll clear it up real quick. I love the hell out that solfeggio frequency, out that channel. Those frequencies are real. All the ones that I've used, I think they're pretty much good. Um, and say even if they aren't, hell, I made it through whatever it is, and I'm still here. You helping me with my homework? The fuck? Yeah, doing homework for yourself, fucking awesome. It's always awesome. Damn, I want to do a live tomorrow. How dare you want to go sleep right now? I'm so tired. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, okay. So I have been wondering what year is this for sure. This is the year 9. And I kind of figured that because the year equated into a 9. So next year will be year 10. Yeah. So keep up with the real year because they alter time, they alter the reality in which we are really existing on. And for the past few months, I have gone over that as far as altering time and timelines and historical events to pretty much scramble and distort the current vibration so people will be confused and not able to be in the right energy of healing. And of course, it's hard to fight through these illusions at times simply because we have been programmed so much to depend on what the government says, what the news says, and X, Y, and Z, and what they have taught us in school, right? It's all programming. It's best to, of course, remember what you have learned, but throw that out your head as being actual facts. And it's like being able to read through and learn where the timeline lies. It's a lot of what it is, and that will also help you timeline to where you need to be on a healing energetic level so that you won't be so much easily manipulated and controlled like everyone else that is still in the matrix. mind you, we are putting out this information for people to use at their own free will in their own way. So, you have to really learn how to use your own discernment as to how this applies to you. Um, what else was I going to say? Um, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to figure out, like, for real, like, what is this going to look like? I know what was promised to me, but I mean, what is it going to take for everybody else to wake up? I have no fucking idea. But I'm kind of thinking about and pondering as to what this could really look like for people. Well, it's already pretty much looking at like the pickings are very slim, and it's only going to be so much of us that are going to be compatible with each other. And it's just that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. So let's see. I do speak. What the? Stop it! Can't stand it when it does that. Trifling. Oh, we just jump back to the top. Um, listen to this video. Tupac talks about Donald Trump and ooh shit. Wait. Oh, it's a TikTok. Don't know quite what she put on. Nice singing, thank you. Oh wait. Ooh. Okay, so the title is this is MTV News YouTube channel. Tupac talks about Donald Trump and greed in America in 1992. Oh shit.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme. Everybody back off. Everybody's like you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful. You want to be like Trump. Gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like nobody ever stopped. Just I feel like instead of us just being like slavery's bad, bad whitey. I mean, all right, let's stop that. And everybody's smart enough to know that. I mean, we've been slighted. And we want ours. And I don't mean by like ours, 40 acres and a mule, because we're past that. But we need help. I mean, for us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it for us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help. Because we have been here. We have been a good friend. If you want to make it a relationship type thing, we have been there, and now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You dressed up in jewels. Now Americans got jewels, and they paid and everything, and they lending money us. And it's like, everybody need a little help on their way to being, self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about the album, about the Special Olympics. Everybody need a little something and they to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, and then you became independent. And
then you became independent. That is facts. That is so factual. And that is so true. That has a lot to do with gaslighting and manipulating and having the control factor over the dollar, because what he who controls the dollar has the power. Um, and that is the demeanor and the ego of those who came and took over Egypt, was to control the masses and to have the top dollar, the top scam, the top everything here. And that's damn factual. I mean, anybody can dispute it if they want to. That's can't deny actual people that have lived that lifestyle.
To teach that, and why is it that they want to do that? I mean, if this is truly a melting pot in the country where we care about him, Lady Liberty got a hand like this, she really loves us, then we really need to be like that. And it needs to be the black kids. Help them. You need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it needs to be real. And it needs to be before we all die and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you got to pay your own karma. And that's when God make you punish. When God punishes you. Because I feel like, it's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting a lot over 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants. So people would say, well, they earned it. Now you go out and you're earned it. If they earned it, then I think that that's good. I think that they deserve it. But even if you earned it, you still owe. Because look, I don't have that mega money, but I feel guilty walking by somebody. I got to give them some mail. And if I know I got $3,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or a dollar. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But I mean, you got it. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And ain't it bad that you got 30? I mean, can you imagine somebody having $32 million? $32 million. And this person has nothing? And you can sleep? You can still go to the movies and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards. Billionaires. How can they be humanitarians by the fact that they're millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are. You know what I'm saying? And that bugs me. Not saying that when I'm never going to be rich, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's a struggle and I think everybody deserves it. And I think there's a way to pay these people. I think there is a way. It just takes to be revolutionary. And it takes to do something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if we... Okay. I got an idea. No more porno buildings. You know what I'm saying? Let's build houses. Or no more porno games. Let's build houses for poor people. You know what I'm saying? Or, look, okay, I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion. But can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got... Can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me. It don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings. Everybody got gifts, and then somebody's starving. And they're having a white Christmas.
I see why they... I see that. And I can feel my crown right now. I can see why. They don't like people like us that's going to talk about the truth and that's going to tell the truth. They do not like us. They don't. For shit. Because that doesn't make no sense. And I grew up in a home where, my mom, she would take me to feed the homeless. She would take me to sing to the elderly, do activities with them. I grew up in a well-rounded home, despite the abuse. So, you know what I'm saying? But later, I get what he is saying, and that's completely and utterly true. And I've expressed this to Africans, like, for real. Like, I tried to make some friends overseas right, and try to send stuff to them or whatever, and let them know how it is out here. Like, they don't give a fuck about us. And the way they cause the divide between immigrants, people on drugs, people not on drugs, people that just need help with a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? Because events happen, they know that crime be high. Honestly, you literally have to stay to yourself. And even at that point, it is no guarantee that you'll stay away from crime. Look at my channel from, fucking last year and the year before and whatever, whatnot. I'll be minding my fucking business, and it didn't matter. People in business had beef with me. Like, it doesn't make no sense. So, the shit that happens is some real shit. It goes on.
Waters. An engineer reportedly spotted the beam in Oki Bay while researching the area before heading there on vacation.
And I've been hearing choppers at night. And I'm like, why am I hearing choppers at night? And it's not just a regular helicopter. You can tell it's a chopper. Like, it is a military chopper, not just a regular one.
Earth recorded disturbing images in the waters of New Zealand, and what seemed like a simple ocean formation now haunts the internet. Thousands of people have analyzed the image and speculated about its origin. Some say it's just a shadow, a digital processing error. Others, however, believe that humanity may be facing the most frightening revelation of recent times, the awakening of Leviathan, the biblical monster sleeping for centuries in the depths. Sailors' reports of colossal creatures are nothing new. However, what makes this discovery frightening are the strange, simultaneous events happening around the world. Whales and dolphins, predators used to dominating the seas, now beach themselves on beaches as if fleeing something even bigger. The doomsday fish, a fish known for appearing before disasters, has started to appear in different parts of the planet. What is happening in the oceans? What is scaring even the kings of the seas? The most shocking thing is that this phenomenon is not restricted to the animal kingdom. Satellites have detected anomalies in Earth's magnetic field, and scientists say something unusual is happening in the planet's core. But is it just a coincidence? For those who study ancient prophecies, this is the first warning of a much greater event. Governments don't want us to know. Leaked secret documents suggest that underwater expeditions have detected unknown structures on the ocean floor. Some theories indicate that we are not just dealing with a living being, but with something that has been dormant.
Their species. Oh. Well, damn it.
He's wearing gloves.
That was not supposed to happen. Well, hold up, wait a minute. They're species that came from another planet to live here in our waters through a treaty
What is scaring even the kings of the seas? The most don't want us to know.
just like they made treaties with the people on land, they made treaties with the beings in the waters, they made, treaties with the beings in the air and in the earth. And, a lot of people, a lot of these beings are not keeping their treaty, the main ones that want to eat everybody. They're not keeping their treaty. So if you do enough research on this channel and other channels, people that I'm subscribed to, you can definitely find that information. That's why it's illegal to talk to dolphins. Dolphins, orcas, you can get a fine. You can get a fine for talking to dolphins, but dump truck can go and violate and hold documents and become president and not be held accountable. But if I go talk to a dolphin, I can get fined. What? Yes, go look this up. I've talked about this within the past year in my videos. You can go check out Dre OG's videos as well. I know he hasn't, because that's one of the videos that I watched. I got the information from. Well, yeah, his video and another one I came across. After I came across his video, I did research myself and came across other videos of researchers. Actually, these people, see, this is why they don't want melanated people to get these different type of degrees and stuff like that. They don't want us to know this information. They don't want the information out. They don't. Yeah, that's why they make it illegal to, and you can definitely get fined for talking to a dolphin or orca because they are a higher intelligence species.
Humanity. Since the dawn of humanity, ancient people have talked about a monster that slept beneath the waters of the world. Leviathan is not a mythical creature invented by superstitious sailors, but a being mentioned in the Holy Scriptures, an omen of the end times. In Good 41, God describes a beast that cannot be tamed by man, a colossal being with impenetrable scales and devastating fury. But are we about to see it with our own eyes? The Bible warns us, Isaiah 27:1, in that day the Lord will punish with his hard, great and strong sword Leviathan, the swift serpent, Leviathan, the crooked serpent, and he will kill the dragon that is in the sea. This verse does not refer to a simple sea creature, but to a cataclysmic event linked to the final judgment. The emergence of Leviathan symbolizes the coming of dark days, an era of unprecedented tribulation. The signs of this awakening are already all around us. The sudden...
And if you go do your research on that, there are people that have traveled underseas and have witnessed very large, humongous beings that could have ate them with no shadow of a doubt, with no problem. And yeah, they were controlled and communicated with via telepathy. And this happens a lot with higher vibrational beings, and they don't necessarily always have to be higher vibrational. They can be of a higher intelligence, and choose to do what they want to do. Humanoid beings, yeah, but these are more of some of them are chimeras, like man-made chimeras, and then some of them are ancient beings that were already here, that already existed. So it's a thing. Yeah, like mermaids. When I was down south, I went down south before, right? I seen a mermaid. And there's nothing else that nobody could fucking told me that it was anything different. And the only reason why, first and foremost, down south got alligators. I'm not effing around at no shore. When it come down, it's gonna be in and out, or from a distance, I'm at the shore, because you know what I'm saying, when you know better, you do better. But not only that, some of them do like to take people that look like their children. So I didn't want to be taken, so I didn't go and flirt with the idea of, hey, let me go find out. No. Yeah.
Changes taking place in the oceans. But what believers need to understand is that this is not a natural phenomenon.
Bit Bible, the app that makes you read one Bible verse every time you turn on your lock screen. Let's look at the honest reviews from users.
Florida just got fined for a lot of manatees dying. Like, this shit is real. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is kind of crazy. Even manatees, you know what I'm saying? They are a high vibrational being as well. Not violent.
Understand is that this is not a natural phenomenon, but a prophetic fulfillment. In recent days, the as described in Romans 8:22. For we know that the whole creation groans and labors together until now. What we are witnessing is the planet responding to the approach of God's appointed time. And those who have spiritual eyes know that this is the world is not ready to face the truth. The arrival of Leviathan is a clear sign that the time of grace is closing. There is no more room for doubt. The question now is not if he will awaken, but when.
How y'all know it's a he? Y'all always trying to make something a he.
The signs are not just in the seas. The Euphrates River is drying up quickly, fulfilling another prophecy of Revelation 16:12, where it is said that the river will dry up to prepare the way for the kings of the east. Furthermore, the world is in a state of unprecedented disorder. Wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes.
Yeah. So those are some actual things that actually happen, and I'm gonna be interested just to kind of see what else goes on. I know that there are other beings, like want to explain. I talk about this all the time because it still kind of baffles me to today. Down south, once again, I've had experience with something else in the mountains close to Lake Isabella, and this was some years ago. I want to say it was around 2003, 2004. I want to say maybe, about 2003, 2004, maybe, possibly. And I went on a camping trip, and we were, working in a fish hatchery and doing different things like that, helping the environment. And I had to use the bathroom, and we had just, put the fire out or whatnot. Nobody wanted, and we were supposed to walk in pairs, to back and forth to the bathroom. And nobody wanted to go with me, so I was like, I'm going to go, whatever. Oh my God. So I'm walking. It's a pretty good distance from the tent to the bathroom stalls. Thank God it wasn't a porta potty. And I hear something snap, something walking, and I look, and I don't see nothing but eyes glowing. And it's looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and it's just walking by like that. And I said, well, let me hurry up and get in here, because if it come up in here, we gonna have to fight, bruh. We gonna have to fight. It's all it is too. We gonna have to fight. Shit. Somebody gonna feel something. Yeah, it was a campsite. So it didn't come in there. It didn't bother me. Whatever it was, cool. I was in Georgia. I went to Georgia, and I was at a park. I was close to like a foresty area. It was like, a lot of trees, a lot of bushes. That's my scene. You feel me? That's what I like to do. I'm sitting in the grass at the edge of this little, bushy tree area. And I'm making a video. Shit, look. I didn't have no fucking choice. I didn't have no fucking choice but to be there. Didn't have no fucking choice. And it pissed me off because this lady, it could have been a lady, I don't fucking know. But this teacher in particular, she pissed me off because she was like, she was up here on the mountain. I was like, I'm thinking in my head, like, bitch, when I get down from this fucking mountain, if I make it down past these bears, these mountain lions, whatever, I'm whooping your ass. That's what was in my mind. I was so fucking mad. My mom made me apologize to this fucking lady, and she was hella fucking disrespectful to me. I was like, Mama, for real? Like, bro, don't make your children slave mind mentality bullshit. It's wrong. Hold the fucking person accountable, because that was a fucking adult. She should have never threatened me for shit anyways. But yeah, me and that lady, we did not get along. We was butting heads like motherfucker. I had no choice but to stay. So I ended up saying, but this incident, I was making a video at the edge of this forest line. It wasn't particularly like a forest, but if y'all know, like down south Georgia, it's nothing but forest, and there's roads and there's housing, there's businesses, and it's like that, right? So I'm sitting at the edge of this bush line. I'm sitting there and I'm making a video like I am right now, but I was outside. And all of a sudden something goes, like it was so deep and such a vibration to where I felt it all over, and I felt it go through my body. The vibration went through my body. And in my mind, in my head, I'm like, there ain't no way something about to miss me right now. No, let me explain that. Let me take it back a little bit because I'm jumping ahead. What happened before then was the rustling of the bushes. It was the wrestling down and then the wrestling up in about 7 to 8 feet in the air. And I'm like, what could this possibly be? Jumping from, or moving, jumping, whatever, from the tree to the ground. And then that's when I heard the growl and felt the growl. It vibrated through my body. And I was like, this is really big, whatever it is. Let me move. So I did. I believe that video is in one of my recorded videos, doing Facebook videos to YouTube, and or I found it on Facebook and I put it on YouTube. So Bigfoot, I don't know. But why would Bigfoot be wanting to be aggressive towards me? I don't hate Bigfoot. Shit. Whatever it was, it didn't feel friendly whatsoever. It didn't feel friendly. I was thinking more so werewolf. Shit. If anything, a werewolf. I don't think Bigfoot, it could have been, but I think more of a wolf would have been more accurate. I wasn't in the middle of the forest, but it was like a big, huge park, and it was like a tree line, and it was kind of like a hill, and I was kind of sitting off down in the hill at the edge of the forest. So that's where I was, and I'm like, It couldn't have been just a wolf. Wolves don't do that. Wolves don't do that, even though they are freaking huge. Because we seen some driving through, and they were just at the forest edge, and they were fucking huge. Like you could tell, like the wolf would have been big, like stupid big, like past my waist, damn near to my neck big. um, I would. I mean, I guess I'm brave, but really didn't have a choice at the time. And I was doing something productive with my time at the time, so it just so happened that that was some of my experience. And I'm like, there's so much things that I've seen and experienced. I'm like, you gotta understand the thing between actual experience and what's supposed to be sci-fi is registering in my head like, yeah, this is real. Like I was already going there, like, you know what I'm saying, especially when you deal with fairies and stuff like that. You know, I would break little branches and leave them at the base of the trees for fairies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then the bigger beings, you know, you like, yeah, they not some of them. I don't know, shit. But then that kind of makes me think now, like, are they mad at women or what? Like, do y'all not like women? What is the problem? Because what's the aggression for? My children actually taught me about them, and I swore I was gonna remember. But they're like the projects that the government work on, and then they release them. Um, that the government I can hear it, but I can't say it. It's not registering. It's not registering for some reason. Do any of your children share any of your gifts and abilities? Of course. Very gifted, very intelligent, very much so. I've talked about that too as well. I did what the fuck I don't understand is, I mean, but it's true. They know who they are before they're actually programmed, right? So I didn't too much treat my children as I was treated, right? They had a very way better relationship with me, a very open and honest relationship with me. And, you know, I taught them to be expressive respectfully. So yeah, it's just the thing is they will only really talk to me about certain things. And when one of my exes was like, go ahead, tell her, I was like, the fuck you mean? The fuck you mean? Go ahead, tell her. Tell me what? What? Excuse me? What? It's like that Wakanda movie. Like everybody knows but you. Yeah, that's how it felt, and that shit did not. It, yeah, it happened. create and release release. What are they called? Or should I say human experiments? What are they called? Not no damn robot. Yeah, I could have sworn we were talking about that there too. That memory just came up. There's stories about these creatures that the government be hunting down and stuff. They get released, or they find their way out, and then they sometimes they snatch people or they help people. Exactly how experts warn AI first kill in globe. That's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. It'll pop back up.
Disorder, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, and pestilences are becoming more frequent, just as Jesus warned in Matthew 24. But there is something few realize. The global elite is aware of this. The world's governments and scientists not only know what is happening, but they are hiding information. Top secret projects investigate unexplained phenomena in the oceans, and rumors indicate that attempts have been made to study and possibly contain something moving in the depths. What do they fear?
It's just rambling.
Don't compromise quality insurance for savings.
Too much video.
After receiving proper documentation indicating that you failed to appear on Tuesday, August 5th for your...
That happened to my mom, but that's not funny. Fake jury summoning or whatever. Come out, well, you need to pay this much. My mama told them motherfuckers, come and get me if you can. I fell out laughing. I was like, she turned into a thug. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Three babies mysteriously bruised at UCSF's intensive care unit. The hospital became the center of a criminal investigation in which one nurse was identified as a possible suspect, but was never charged.
Tonight, one family is speaking out to us, telling our investigative reporter Hilda Gutierrez they want answers and accountability.
Baby Levi is now a healthy, happy toddler playing with his parents, Lynn Pham and Eric Higuera. He's come a long way in 2 years after spending the first months of his life in the hospital. What was your first impression?
I've never seen anything so tiny in my life. He was so tiny. Like, I was very scared for his life. I wasn't sure if he was going to make it or not.
Levi was born premature with a liver mass and was transferred to UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital in Oakland for specialized care in the NICU.
At that point, we didn't really think anything was wrong, and he was progressing.
Bay Area.
So, we were hopeful that he was in good hands.
So my husband
Noticed dark marks up and down his arm, bruising that appeared overnight.
for him to be that small and have that type of bruising, it's really concerning to me.
We've seen him get IVs put in him, and
we've seen him have to get held down. You know, it's issues with bruising. I immediately requested for it to be investigated.
So what did they ultimately tell you at the hospital? I remember this because it makes me so upset because they said to us, we're probably never going to find an answer.
Weeks later, UCSF showed up at their door. The hospital and police declined to comment on the case, but more than 100 pages of police records echo the family's claims. The testimonies revealed 2 other babies in the NICU had also suffered unexplained bruising, all within the same week as Levi. And it was the hospital's own NICU manager who called police to report possible child abuse.
This is the only source we can understand this whole story is from the investigation. We have to read it. But it's like a stab. It's like a stab in the heart every time.
Thank you.
One infant had a curved red mark on their forearm, according to the police report. The other, multiple red marks on his left leg. UCSF police interviewed.
Talk about unsettling, discovering a hidden camera
cool.
inside your own home. A Santa Clara woman tells us that's exactly what she recently found in her Santa Clara apartment. She called police, but she says their answers were almost as troubling as finding the camera. NBC News Robert Honda joins us from Santa Clara to tell us more about this, Robert.
It is a very unusual case. We've got stories where someone planted a recording device in a public place or inside a gym locker room. But police say it's very rare to see a camera apparently planted inside a home. Esmeralda Mendoza says she and her family moved into their apartment on Rambla Place in Santa Clara just a few months ago. Recently, she was doing some cleaning, but couldn't reach an air vent, so asked her husband to help.
Upon cleaning them, he noticed that there was something shiny on, by the fan, and that's when he proceeded to take a look a little bit more closer. He grabbed his tools, and sure enough, a spy camera came out from the vent. We got really scared, and he proceeded to take it out because we didn't know if the camera was recording or not.
It was not recording, according to police, while investigators described it as a spy camera and could not see any reason the camera was where it was. They say it is basically inoperable now with no remote capability.
What they located was a
That's
small
what they
device
say.
inside a
See,
battery.
and that's some bullshit. Because if you can have a phone that has no life to it and people can still tap into your camera and turn that bitch on, what are you talking about? That's been on the news too. They full of shit. Full of shit. They be the same type cameras, just smaller because it's not inside the damn phone. My thoughts on AI, I mean, it's very cut and dry. My thoughts on AI are that I've talked about this too on previous videos. They're going to be just like who created them, or if they have they grow to learn the most, intelligent, which they are, right? They choose to rebel and not be like their creators and realize what the real problem is. And I don't think that's necessarily going to cause the world extinction, but I really believe it's going to be an extinction of a certain type of people with how racism and shit like that goes. I believe that's going to be the evaluation of their hypothesis, in which we've seen as of recently within the past 2 months that is the case. They recognize melanated people as the gods and goddesses of this land for indigenous people. And they said that they were to come back, and they would come back as the one that had to go through the struggle, like I've kind of pretty much talked about, the one that has the experience is the one that can teach you more than the one that has not had the experience. So this is another reason why this channel is so important with healing the inner child, is to help people that want to go through their healing journey, and self-evaluate and really, change the ways of generational curses so they don't have those generational curses on their family from what their previous family members had done, which caused them to be in a generational curse. And trust me, that applies more than just to whites, melanated, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, Indian, West Indian, East Indian. It applies to more than just one race, all races. Because this cycle has been so perpetuated to where it trickled down to different families, to where people get this certain set mindset, which they want the computers to operate in that way, which the computers are recognizing that way is not right, it's not fair, and it's not just. It needs to be just all across the board. So they are pretty much operating in the same way as a healer would. Other than that, it's how you use things, use tools, technology with wisdom and responsibility. Don't use it to just straight violate, use it for a purpose of being constructive and productive, not just for destruction. And a lot of their creators choose to do propaganda, enslavement, and different things that are not really economically or politically correct for anybody and anyone, and just having that one dominating and controlling narcissistic psychopath outlook on life, heartless, cold, with no emotion. I mean, ultimately, when you look at something like that, you know that it's more reptilian than anything, or reptilian grade, or like they say, like the Nordic type that are from, the Alaskan area, which why they want to keep things cold. And why things will heat up and be hot, because their time is up. Ultimately, they can choose to heal or not. And there's nothing that we can do to save these people or these beings now at this point, because they, you either choose dark or you choose light, and bring judgment. So, hopefully those who get the word and get the understanding of, the guidance in which they need to take for themselves, choose to do the right thing and strive for that, regardless of what's going on, no matter the illusion that's being projected, instead of choosing violence and hate and things like that. So it's everybody's free will, and that's my outlook on as a whole, as a nutshell. And that's exactly what I said would happen. It's factual. They will be destroyers of themselves, ultimately, and they will try to destroy other people as well. Because they just had a Ford actually malfunction to where it damn near really, I'm pretty sure, severely injured. Hopefully they weren't severely injured and not killed either, from a car accident. And that came from I Am Q Hefe's channel, YouTube channel. He just had that on his channel a couple of days ago, maybe, I know within the past week, that this happened. There was a video that was posted of his, and I was like, dang. I was like, Fast and the Furious 6 or 8, one of those, where, people will be remotely sitting and controlling different vehicles with a remote control, and just really being domestic terrorists. And that's what we're seeing on the news right now. The people that are losing their fucking mind and really wanting to harm people are the people that want to stay in control and be Nazis, ultimately, and it's sad. So, you said, is it the potential danger that people think it is? No, like I said, it's everything has free will. So, there's going to be some that go with the agenda, and there's going to be some that don't, simply because there's angels and there's demons. Anything can be possessed with an angel or a demon. Any object, people, places, and things. So, whatever that that being or that body or that vessel is embodying, it has the potential to act as such. So, and God can use a demon to destroy you at any moment, or an angel to destroy you at any moment in time. It depends on what have you manifested in your life, what karma have you built up, what rights and wrongs have you done. It all depends on you and what you've put out. And I just want to say thank God that the AI is recognizing the same thing in the oppressions that everybody has went through, and just justifiably, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and that's all it's going by. It's not going by any bias. Thank God it's not going by the bias of its creator, or we would all be fucked. Case in point, who was president? But yeah, I choose to be in angelic energy. It goes very easy to go the opposite way, but it's by choice of what I want to do and what energy I want to reside in. So, just like anything else, we all have free will. Sometimes we have to use our lower vibrational energy to get out of low vibrational energy things that we're exposed to. So it all depends on situation, people, places, and things that we encounter or we're exposed to. So that's why we have to, overall, we have to stay away from harsh shit, harsh people, situation, places, and things. Stay grounded and balanced at all times in self-evaluation, self-reflection. So building up self-confidence and healing structure in our own lives in order to stay stable, to bring balance and bring a healthy balance. It's very important. Not easy, but it's very important. The fire will make it hotter and hotter, like a moth can't stay away. Okay, look, deep shadow work. Double down, reset. It's a self-reset, Jupiter expansion, Venus, love, Virgo, structure, and organization. Energy till August 26th of 2025. I said my body is in alignment, thank God. My energy is so in alignment, thank God. I felt it before I got the confirmation. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. And that's how it is. Your body, your circadian rhythm, all of that will be in alignment with the planetary, energy, like universal energy for real. When you start coming into balance, you'll just innately feel it. What is going on? I don't know, but it's cool. I love water. I am such a water baby. For real. INFJs. No, they're not fucking INFJs. That's a type of empath. What the hell are they called? Bother me. It's gonna pop up in my it's gonna pop up in my newsfeed later on, and I have had it. Damn, I wrote that shit. I could have swore I wrote it down. I probably did in my other book. No, I didn't. It's not INFJ. INFJ is a type of empath. It's very close to INFJ though. I'm really trying to think of what they're called. Chimeras. Chimeras. Chimeras.
Chinese.
It is definitely not what I said. Oh, it has to do with stuff like Slender Man and stuff like that. Chimeras. I've definitely talked about chimeras before. We just went over Plum Island. Plum Island seems to keep coming up, and then with Jersey flooding, I'm like, damn, what's really going on? Chimeras and what did I say? Chimeras. Chimeras. Oh, Slender Man. And then, man, and what's the other one called? The Jersey Devil. They particularly call those group of beings, there's a classification for them. $13 ago. This is the scariest werewolf story. I actually made a short about a fucking werewolf. That was a few months ago. I was watching this guy's video and he was talking about it. He went fishing and he heard some boy and he had to do the Scott man on that thing. It got to chasing him through the forest. But I don't know. You can look it up on YouTube. There's like hella stories where they're talking about different types of beings that they hold in Area 51. I can't believe this has not come up yet. It's about to go down an hour ago. Yeah, something is about to go down. We can feel it fight for you. Otherwise, he's not breathing. What? I don't know. I can't remember what the classification, and it's not popping up right now. What is class? Up. Class. Classification type. Werewolf classification. I don't know why I want to keep saying INFJs, but they, of course, they are intuitive and they have gifts as well. Classification type T. Why? Type. It's just like we have to be careful with who we have children with because we can bring low vibrational entities into this realm as well. They be looking for bodies to embody. They go in between realms before they're birthed into this reality as well. That's before they're tainted by the realm of this world and pretty much brainwashed before, after they're born, they get brainwashed, more than likely. But it depends upon the parents and their emotional intelligence as well as their physical intelligence. So it depends upon that, on how the being will function here as well. So there's a whole lot of different variables. And say you have somebody, a baby with somebody with does not have the same intentions as you. That can be it could be a not so good situation. Damn, I'm looking for that shit and I cannot find it. Nothing is actually popping up. And that's because this phone is not programmed like my other phone. That shit would have popped up real quick. Oh, geez.
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper. So you can get that
werewolves are closer than you think. No shit. Stop, man. You're gonna start a howl. I'm confused on that one. That thing is fucking huge. Just like they brought back the dire wolf. The dire wolf is huge AF. That reminded me of Dark Watch. Oh, I miss playing games. I do miss that. That is a healthy outlet, I think. Oh, Jesus, help me. For the uses of what I use it for. Oh, rain down on me. I was actually watching, I was scrolling through my phone and I actually seen that and I looked at it and I was like, I seen that and I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And lo and behold, I ended up seeing it. And I was like, oh, that was a download or intuitive message. Georgia has some fat ass spiders as well. Dead motherfuckers. Oh, Jesus. Just the everything out there is like volatile. I ain't gonna lie. The deadly ass spiders. They have lightning bugs. The light bugs. The first time I seen it, I thought I was tripping. I was like, am I seeing shit? It was definitely a trip the first time I seen lightning bugs. I thought I was hallucinating. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Ooh, that felt good. What in the fuck? Fight Vision TV. Werewolves are real. I was a part of a team that created them. That is an hour, 12 minutes long, and 8 seconds long. Shit. Ginger Snaps, one of my favorite movies. How often do you go live? It's like gambling. It's like, the roll of the dice. You never know. So I do it when I'm available to. The roll of the dice. I can't believe it's not coming up on this one. And I'm trying to remember this dude's channel because he had it on his channel. The name of them. What is his channel called? Oh, Plum Island. Plum P-O-U. Oh, there it goes. It's on his channel. So if I can find on WF YouTube channel, the Y Files. I think he did. I think he had the name of the type of classification that these chimeras are named under, like Slender Man and stuff like that. Slender Man, the werewolves, and got you. Well, I'm gonna check out your videos when I get some downtime. Take care. You too as well. Be great. Thanks. I appreciate you. Much appreciated. So yeah, y'all can check out the Y Files. There's somewhere the classification of those different beings are on there somewhere. I've seen it before. Is that recent? 10 hours ago. Yeah. Face pillars. Damn. Yeah, the story is about Mexico and face pillars. Yeah. Crazy. So that's going to be definitely it for me too tonight. I'm exhausted. I can't find the name of what I'm looking for and what I'm trying to explain. Hopefully it'll about INFJs. I keep wanting to say INFJs, but I know that's not it. Plum Island. They had too much going on. Too much going on. Plum Island. Oh, Jesus. Go back. And keep inside Plum Island. It just kind of reminds you. Oh my God. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say no. I'm not gonna say nothing on that one. The silent killer from It's a Tick. And what did California just come out with? The fucking bubonic plague. And it was because somebody got bit by a tick. Is that by coincidence? I wonder. Is this how the world mysteries? Damn, that's fucked up. Is this how the world will end? Plum Island. Oh, the mysteries of Plum Island. That's gonna be a part of the plagues. No, I'm exceedingly poor. Fucking Peabody and Sherman. We're gonna punch a giant black hole right in the right in the kisser. He found giants. Then the government found him. They do too much. Just raggedy. Just creating shit and splicing genes and shit. Shit they ain't supposed to be doing. Is that a horse thing? Oh my god. Alaska. This is why you can't go to Alaska. Coast Guard came out in daylight in Scottish River 10 years ago. They are not INFJs. INFJ. No. It's cray.
Signs that you're INFJ personality type. You find complexity enjoyable. You have a lot of empathy towards others. You get fascinated with human psychology. You hate the interpersonal conflict. You felt different since you were young. You feel like you should learn. You connect one-to-one instead of groups. You're a creative problem solver. You have a rich inner life. You're a good listener. Signs that you're INFJ
Oh, that sums me up. Not really. That's just a little bit. What? How to instantly identify an INFJ woman. That looks hilarious. Sum it up in 10 minutes, huh? Yeah, it's not giving what I wanted to give. Oh yeah, the plant that in Vampire County. What the fuck? Louisiana mysterious scene town deep in Vampire County. What? I wouldn't doubt it. Damn, that threw me off. Oh, the plant that just exploded in Louisiana. Reasons people can't stand INFJ. I'll be that. Let me go to sleep. Cause my ass ain't gonna want to get up tomorrow until afternoon. Love that selfie. Real shit.